He was 86 years old. According to the initial reports, Tesla died of a heart attack. But there are suspicions surrounding his death. Did Nikola Tesla simply die, or was he killed? Nikola Tesla was one of the greatest inventors the world had ever seen. He created countless inventions. He practically transported the world into the future. Yet, he never received proper recognition. He died alone in his room in the New Yorker hotel. But there was one invention that may have brought about his downfall. An invention the media would later call the death ray. Could Tesla have invented the world's first weapon of mass destruction? Was he trying to sell this invention to the Nazis? And if he was murdered, could this have been the reason? In this video series, we will investigate Tesla's astounding inventions. We will explore the truth behind this famous photograph, question whether he ever created a device called the death ray, and then examine the theories surrounding his death. And of course, his conflict with Thomas Edison. Tesla was born in 1856 on a stormy night filled with lightning strikes in a small village in what is now Croatia's Lika region. His father was a devout Orthodox priest whose strict discipline often overwhelmed young Tesla, making him introverted and cautious about life. But he possessed extraordinary talent in mathematics. While his father insisted he become a priest, Tesla dreamed of becoming an engineer. At age 5, he contracted a deadly case of cholera. He was treated for nearly a year and expected to die. But young Tesla miraculously survived. That illness would change the course of his life. His father, relieved by his recovery, promised that Tesla could pursue whatever he wished. And so, Tesla went on to study engineering. But due to various reasons, he was forced to leave school. Still, electricity captivated him. He read every book he could find on it, igniting the passion that would eventually bring him to America's most famous inventor. 1884. Nikola Tesla left the Austrian Empire, today's Croatia, and sailed to America at the age of 28. He came seeking Thomas Edison, who had transformed electricity into a source of light. Though Edison had developed the light bulb, he lacked a system to distribute electricity widely. He believed direct current, DC, could be delivered from home to home through cables, which required a power station every few blocks, expensive and unreliable as DC generators were prone to failure. Meanwhile, industrialist George Westinghouse sought to surpass Edison by transmitting electricity over greater distances using a primitive form of alternating current, AC. And it was at this exact moment that Tesla arrived at Edison's doorstep. Tesla wrote Edison a letter outlining his ideas, and Edison promptly hired him. After a few weeks, Edison offered Tesla $50,000 to fix and improve the generators. Tesla succeeded brilliantly, yet when he asked for payment, Edison famously replied, "Tesla, you don't understand our American humor." The money never came. Humiliated, Tesla left Edison. Around the same time, Westinghouse managed to illuminate a town 2 kilometers away using AC, but lacked an efficient AC motor. Tesla, meanwhile, had been telling Edison that DC was inferior, but Edison refused to listen. He had invested his entire fortune in it. So which was better, DC or AC? DC could travel only short distances and required massive infrastructure. However, it was less dangerous to humans. AC, on the other hand, could transmit electricity across miles and power entire cities, but was potentially lethal. Thus began the War of Currents. In 1886, Tesla founded Tesla Electric Light and Manufacturing. After early failures, losing patents, working as a ditch digger for $2 a day, and enduring deep hardship, he caught the attention of two investors. Together, they founded a new Tesla electric company. In 1887, Tesla invented the AC induction motor, and by 1888, he secured crucial patents. These patents eventually reached George Westinghouse, who was deeply impressed. Tesla delivered a lecture demonstrating wireless lighting, even holding a glowing tube powered solely by his body's contact with high-voltage coils. Westinghouse immediately struck a $60,000 patent deal, securing Tesla's financial independence. Edison was furious. He launched a brutal smear campaign against AC. In public demonstrations, animals, including horses, dogs, and even an elephant, were electrocuted to show AC's supposed dangers. Edison secretly funded the first electric chair to tarnish AC further. In 1892, Tesla moved his lab to Fifth Avenue, where he invented the electromagnetic oscillator. During an experiment, this device shook the building so violently that Tesla shattered it with a sledgehammer, only later realizing he had inadvertently created a quake machine, capable, he claimed, of toppling the Empire State Building if tuned to its resonant frequency. Then disaster struck. In 1895, Tesla's laboratory burned down, destroying years of work. When interviewed, he said, with tears in his eyes, "Nearly all my scientific instruments, the results of many years of hard labor, gone in a few hours." It is widely believed that the fire was no accident, but Tesla was already working on something far greater, something that could change the world. In 1898, he demonstrated radio-controlled technology at Madison Square Garden, a small boat that moved as he commanded, seemingly by magic. Many spectators refused to believe it, claiming a dwarf must be hiding inside steering it. Yet the technology Tesla pioneered is now used in spacecraft, rovers on Mars, and modern drones. In 1899, Tesla moved to Colorado Springs, where he conducted the most ambitious experiments of his life. There, he built the largest Tesla coil ever made. His experiments generated man-made lightning 40 meters long, blew out a generator 10 kilometers away, and illuminated bulbs planted in the ground wirelessly. He believed Earth itself could act as a conductor and source of infinite energy. If true, electricity could be transmitted anywhere, without wires, for free. In Colorado, people felt sparks beneath their feet. Horses produced electrical arcs from their hooves. Even when lamps were turned off, they glowed. Tesla spent only a year there before financial issues forced him to leave. The laboratory was eventually demolished and all equipment sold. Still, he persisted. He met financier J.P. Morgan, promising him a profitable wireless telegraphy system, but hiding his true plan: a global wireless energy network offering free electricity to humanity. Morgan funded the early stages of Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower project. By 1905, the tower was built. Tesla believed that with hundreds of such towers around the world, energy could be transmitted wirelessly across the globe. Then rumors surfaced. Tesla's machine could create lightning bolts capable of destroying armies. Newspapers called it a death ray. Morgan panicked, fearing the loss of control over the energy market. He cut Tesla's funding, and Wardenclyffe was later dismantled. According to some theories, powerful interests forced the project's end. Free energy meant financial ruin for the elite. Tesla was broken. By the 1930s, he struggled with debts, yet he allegedly developed another invention: Teleforce, a particle beam weapon capable of destroying aircraft mid-air. Some believed he offered the invention to foreign powers like Russia or even Nazi Germany. After Tesla's death, the FBI seized his documents immediately. But Tesla had already explained, "My invention does not use so-called death rays. Such rays cannot be produced in useful amounts and disperse rapidly over distance. Even if the entire energy of New York City were converted into rays, they could not kill a person 20 miles away. Tesla opposed war. If he had truly built a functional death ray, one world power would have dominated the planet long before World War II. On January 7, 1943, Nikola Tesla died alone in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel, deeply in debt. A week later, a maid found his body. The FBI quickly arrived, seized his documents, and the theories only intensified. But there is no evidence Tesla was murdered. He was in his 80s. His death, most likely, was natural. What remains undeniable are his ideas, the true legacy he left behind. We build monuments to say we were here, but real legacy is not stone or wealth. Real legacy is ideas. In this sense, Tesla lived for humanity. He never sought wealth. Nearly all his inventions aimed to improve life for others. More than 2,000 people attended his funeral in St. John's Cathedral. Perhaps the world we live in today was the first dream he imagined. The genius whose worth was never truly understood. Nikola Tesla.